Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They're going to open this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
That's a really nice throw. When you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University, with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you, this is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback checking the play. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to take a shot. Snags it on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. He wants to throw. Gets rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Line getting set on second down. The give to the tailback. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
This is a 3rd and long.
Here we go. Black 24. Black 24. Hawk. High.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dances away from the heat. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Gets it to the back. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Makes a connection. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. They stripped it out. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and now turn into a running back, make something happen. But a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Handoff to the lone back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Georgia is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These dogs have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
First down to start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. Quarterback keeper. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Trying to get to him. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The give to the back. Smashes through.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense getting downfield.
Got enough space. Give him 6. Touchdown, Alabama! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. Quick completion on the out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Corners are going to bail. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
With jet sweep pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Going up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Hill. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And the D deny them on second and goal. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need one more yard for the touchdown on third down. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Ohio State, number 3 in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. rolls onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Delgado. Still running at the 40. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And guys with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? The Tide will get the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Snagged on the outside, it's Delgado. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the catch. It's Fox. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now improvising. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Trying to put together a long, time-consuming drive. This 8th play will be 3rd and 2. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime. Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. He gets the pick, but not the pick six as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession. but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Get set.
Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pass.
Got it.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Unloads it left. Got him downfield. Touchdown time! And the punishment has been extended. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
To the ground with the back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense playing a bail technique. Off play action. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Line gets set, 1st down. Wide out in motion. He'll start this drive firing. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
There's a great example of the offensive coordinator and quarterback being on the exact same page. The coordinator's anticipating man coverage. The quarterback recognizes it, and immediately he knows which receiver to go to attack this defense.
Touch pass on the run. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Brings up second down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like run, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Quick strike complete.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Buckeyes get enough for the first down. Offense, quick tempo.
That's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Looking for room. It's Delgado. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They're going to ride this running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Lasso! Lasso! Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll throw it on first down. Got it! Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Ready to fire from the pistol. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting those progression.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And his throw is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Tripped up for the tackle.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And now on 1st down after converting with the run. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21.
Pound 55 weak. Belly stunner.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires it incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Using his feet. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to beat.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 45 on his way. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got enough space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. On the move at the 30. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll leave it with him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Alabama pushing the tempo. Wants to throw on second down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. The lone back's got it. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.